What's going on, everybody? It's Vaaraiant, and welcome back to another guest episode. And today we're having Nino, who is also the only Slovenian this year that has qualified for Worlds. So, hello, Nino.
Hello, hello. It's nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course, of course. Happy to have you as always. This time is a little bit different. We usually hang out at the event when we go to play together. So this time we said, why just not chat over the camera?
Yeah, it's a first, isn't it? We always just hang out in person. So it's the first time we're going for video chat, so it's not conventional for doing it.
Yeah, there was like we had we had a lot of work to do to set up everything, both of us. But
Yep, but we got it. We got it to work, so that's what matters.
yep, indeed. So, how long have you actually been playing Pokemon for? That's the most important question that I have for you right now.
Yeah. So my name is Nino Anderluch. If I haven't mentioned it, online I also go by username or nickname Illusion. Um, for other games, and I used to stream in the past. But yeah, Pokemon I've been playing for. Okay, so the modern Pokemon cards IRL I've been playing for what? It's probably been like 1 year and since like the December, so 1 year and like 7 months or so. That I've actually been playing it IRL. But before that, I was playing the online game, Pokemon trading card game online, the old clients, and I mostly traded there because I always enjoyed like trading and building up my collection, so I was able to play everything, and I didn't actually spend that much time playing with the cards that I traded up. But I did play some in the past, like I played during the Black and White era, the XY era. So probably like a long time. I'm familiar with quite a few cards, but I had actually spending more time to play the game. It's been 1 year and a half or so.
Nice. So, in this short time that you have, well, short. I mean, it's some people might say short, but I would look at it as a long time because it's still a stressful and competitive hobby. So, what has been your favorite deck so far out of all this time that you have played?
So if I'm talking about the past 1 year and a half, I would probably say Roaring Moon, because I enjoy the fast decks that can knock out everything and like attack on the first turn of the game, going second. So I'd say that was my best one and most fun one to play during these years. But back in the day, if I can mention that as well, there were some really fun decks that I played online. Um, like during the Black and White era when there was like Plasma Freeze, Boundaries Crossed, packs like that. A deck I really enjoyed was Flygon, Dusknoir, Selgor. You had the ability to like put 10 damage on every Pokemon, and then you had a Dusknoir that moves damage to other Pokemon however you like. And also on a Selgor that does paralyzation. So it was basically like lock them and knock them
And
out
spread
at the end of
damage.
the enemy turn. So I was like, it was amazing to play. It was really fun. So those two I'd point out.
Nice, nice. So you mentioned that the deck that can attack turn one. Mew also could do that.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
Meloetta
I did
and
used to play it. Yes, the first regionals
yeah.
I went to, I played what you played most of the time, which is the fusion Mew version.
Yep, yep. I really enjoyed it. It was my favorite deck, probably. I mean, I'm not playing for that long, but yeah, it was the most fun I had with the deck. Now Lost Zone is just pain and suffering with all those flower
Yeah, I
selectings.
haven't tried it yet. I don't know when I'll try it or like properly try to practice with it. Um, it does seem like a painful deck to play, but you have the decisions, you have to make them.
Yeah, I have to make them accordingly. And sometimes you can expect a match to go one way, and you prepare like with the flower selectings for one way, and then it like just does 180, and then like basically all the flower selectings that you did for maybe some important decisions, or putting some items in the lost zone can then really come bite you back. But yeah, it's a high skill deck, I guess. So I'm really enjoying like learning all the possibilities that I have with it. So that's a good thing as well. So, what do you think about the overall state of play in the Slovenia and about the community as well? Because we have grown quite a lot in this the past time that we have both been playing.
Um, the scene has definitely grown because at first, when I started playing like the 1 year and 7 months ago, there was only tournaments in one of the cinema places in Ljubljana. It was like a
Hmm.
pre-release event. There was like three pre-release events and one standard tournament. Um, so since then, I feel like both the scene has evolved in with that there is more tournaments, there's more organizers. Have like a couple of stores in Ljubljana now. Have Rok in Maribor organizing it. Shout out to Rok. Random shout out.
Yeah, and he's not even a store. He's like a single person that's doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
more inspiring.
Yeah. But also the players, I think, have grown a lot. I remember having played in the first standard Slovenian tournament. So it must have been like 1 year and 5 months ago. That. And the players were really bad, myself included, probably. Like I was
No
making so many
offense, of
mistakes
course.
too, but like everyone else was so bad. Now that we're actually playing the game, it's a lot better. Well, we still have a ways to go, I think, but it's a lot better.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're the first one to make it to Worlds. I think that's well from in this season of the Slovenians. So I think that's also appropriate of showing your skill and how you have improved in the game as well. So yeah, I'm really proud that you made it. So yeah,
Thank you.
I hope you get them at the Worlds.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll try my best.
Yeah, and like talking about the qualification to Worlds, so we need to collect the CP, right, in official leagues, and sadly we don't have that in Slovenia. So like what was your experience going to, because we mostly had to play in Italy, in Udine, Trieste, Pordenone. So what was your experience with that, and like how would you how would you describe the difference like between the unofficial tournament, because as you said we have improved, so it's still quite a high skill level where we play, and like how it is in Italy where we face like Kim and Christian and everybody like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like the overall experience, I think was good. I like the fact that we were able to organize the group and go together, because I think if I had to go alone every time to Italy, it's a 3 hour drive for me. If I had to make that drive alone every time, I don't think I would like oh, go to all of the tournaments. But as far as the players
Yeah, and
go,
even if you win.
yeah, no, like I mean, it's just yeah, you split the costs a bit. You have company. Yeah, that's nice. But as far as the players are concerned, the when we first got to Italy, also I think that's less skilled than the players there for sure. I think we were getting
Yeah,
crushed quite a
of
bit
course.
by the players who are like top notch, such as Christian and Jim. But I think now, like we've caught up a bit, and we're able to properly compete with them and play versus them and have like proper good matches. So that's also like a sign of how we're evolving as a community, and yeah, the comparison between the
Yeah,
leagues
and
is
that's
just.
exactly also what Vin said in the last video.
Mhm.
So So, as already mentioned a few times, Nino has made it to Worlds. So, tell me, how did that day feel when you finally reached that 500 CP bar and just tipped over it to know that you have secured yourself an invitation to Hawaii?
It was amazing. It was definitely amazing. It's huge relief and a huge like there was a lot of satisfaction involved for sure, because it's something that I was striving for the whole year. Okay. I started going to the cups and challenges from the start of the season, or like a couple of months after I started. As soon as we found out that the thing was happening, that's an option. And then like I was at a lot of most of the regionals, I guess, in Europe. And yeah, it's like s- I didn't manage to get a day two, and it's like I know some people like to criticize, I guess, that like not getting day two and qualifying to worlds, but still think there's a lot of effort that you need to put in to get to this point. I had two tournaments where I was when I had a winning in and I lost it, unfortunately. And then I had like I think two or three more tournaments that were just like 5-3-1, which is replace one loss with a win and get to day two. So it was definitely like quite the um quite
It
the
wa-
journey, I guess.
it was close every time.
Yeah, yeah, it was close a lot of the times. So. And like every time I got the 30, 40 points and 50 points at the at London UIC so big. Like it
UAC.
matters so much.
Yeah.
Because then you finish it out with all of the league cups and challenges, and then like at the end of the season, there was like 2 weeks left, and I needed about 50 more points, or I think, or like about 40 more points, and I needed to like win a cup, and then or like win two cups and win one challenge. I think it was something like that, and I managed to do it. Uh,
I think you had like
yeah, yeah,
something
go
around
go.
like
Mhm.
51, because I remember that even like two cups weren't enough, that there had to be like a challenge in it as well, just to tip you over the scale of 500,
Yeah,
because otherwise
that
with the
might
two
have been
cups, if
it.
I remember correctly, like I think it would be like 497 or 498, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think it was like actually 449 for a bit. And then I had to win two cups to get 25 points each, and then I had to get at least second place at a challenge, but to round the points up like of 500. And I did manage to do it without the last week even. So I finished on the second to last week of May, and I didn't have to go to Bologna or like well, I went to Bologna, but but I didn't have to play. That's funny actually because I just like got to
There's a funny
round
story
one.
about Bologna as well. Do you want to? Yeah, did you remember?
Which one? Which one?
so, so, so how? So basically, not the trading, but how your day one started.
Mm,
What
yeah,
was
yeah.
the
So
most
yeah, yeah,
surprising thing to us all? You went there without your deck.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I sat down at the table, right? Because I was hoping to get one of the Slovenians or one of the Italian people I know, and I was just like, good game, you win the match. Just like give them the win because I didn't
Yeah.
need to play. Like I didn't plan to play. And then I sat down at the table. Minutes start going by, and then my opponent just doesn't show up. so, so what I do is I open my suitcase, I pull out a random playmat, put it on the table, pull out a random deck box, put it on the table, make it look like I'm playing. and when the time was like 10 minutes, I just get to sign the paper, and I won round one. So I actually won a round in a
That's very
match
crazy.
without my deck at the regionals, and then I get to like the second round 5 minutes late because I was picking up my goodie bag, and then like my opponent is trying to like call the judge and say like oh, he gets a game loss, he's late. And I'm like, no, I just surrender. You win. Good job.
Yeah,
That's actually really funny. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So you imagine the YouTube clicks that you would get. I won a game with regionals without playing.
Yeah. Without the deck. That's fun.
Yeah, without the deck.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, nice. But you were working, some would say, even harder than us playing over the weekend. What were you doing over the whole weekend in Bologna? Because
I
you were
was
not
trading
playing.
cards. I was trading the house because not really allowed to sell at regionals. So I was trading cards there. Yeah, for most of the weekend.
Trading. Yeah. Yeah, because I know trading is also like a big part of why you're into cards as well, not just the competitive side.
Mhm.
So yeah, I know, because I've been with at many events with you as well. You always like, there's a running joke that Nino is our vendor because he basically has any card that people need. So, and like at all the events, you do all the trading, and you have made quite a lot. Well, if not made, you have profited. Well, that's the same thing. But how many how many regionals would you say you have paid for like the trips and all that, the accommodation and traveling with just trading, so that people can see that like even with that you don't need to basically just go broke with doing all that stuff, and you can actually make some money off of it, even if you're not placing in like top 32s, top 46s that get you like booster packs and money.
Yeah, so I've always enjoyed like trading and selling stuff just in general. And I like that the fact that something that I'm doing is also like a way to get some money back and pay for a part of my trip. Um, with trading and with selling it whenever you can. So I don't like I can't fully answer your question because literally don't know. I don't keep track of like
Yeah.
how things are going, like how much I've spent for this card, how much I've sold this card for. I don't, and I can't because I don't think it's worth the time. Because already like having your inventory up on card market and then like trading something away or selling something in person to somebody, you have to keep track what you traded, and then you have to delist that card on card market. And I have had a couple of times where I searched for a card that somebody had bought and I couldn't find it because I forgot to delist it. So yeah, already that takes so much time that also like trying to keep track of how much you impossible. I think you wanna. I mean, yeah, but definitely like I do it because it's worth it for me, right? And I get some money back to pay.
Yeah, okay, nice. So that's also a cool answer. So it helps you pay for your trips, which is nice. You don't need to spend like all your money. You get some from cards. So
Yeah.
that's something to maybe to look forward to for myself as well in the future season, because like I really love your dedication of how you can haggle for a price, how you can sit there for hours and just trade, because it's like I love to do trading, but then when I need to check up like 5 or 6 cards on card market to check the prices and then haggle, I just like my energy is gone. Like in a second, I just don't want to do it anymore. But I like to do it. It's just all the small necessities that you need to do like are really annoying for me, and that take out like a little bit
Yeah, I think
the
like
fun, I
I
would say.
yeah, I think it just depends like on the person. I think there's a lot of people who enjoy it. There's a lot of people who don't really enjoy it. So depends on the person.
So yeah, that's it about trading. And Nina, I know you're busy. You need to prepare for Worlds, maybe test some rogue decks and play test anything that you want for the Worlds. So I just want to ask you, do you have any like funny stories or anecdotes from the events that you have been, or maybe not only the events, but like from the community in general, something that has happened, maybe like on a Wednesday locals, or at a regional, or like in Italy.
Something that does pop my mind is from the very first regional, or like was a special event in that case that I went to, was in the last season, not this one. It was like the very last special event of the last season in Turin. No?
Mhm. In
We
Italy?
got there a day early, right? And we wanted to check out the view. So we went there and we like saw some people walking around. We talked to a couple of people and we said like, oh, is the venue open? Can we check it out? And they said like, no. Okay, right. So we go to the entrance, and then for some reason like it wasn't supposed to be open, but it was actually open. And we go in, right, and we see like a group of people like hanging there, right, in somewhat a circle, like make it a group. We get there, we assimilate or however you want to, like we join the group, and then just at the time, like it was perfect, like we arrived, perfect timing. Somebody goes to the middle of the group, like the other people are like kind of listening to him, right? So he starts speaking. He's like, hello, welcome
Yeah.
guys. So this is the venue. This is where we're gonna be. And he goes like shows us to the main venue, right? This is where the tables will be, where the TCG area will be. This will be where the video game will be. we're like, okay, well, this is very cool. Like we get a tour. We get to see what's going on, right? And we follow him. We get to like the next place, and then they start talking about the organization and like the judging and stuff. And then, oh, this is like a staff meeting of sorts.
No way. So you basically attended the judges' meeting.
Yeah, we were
before the
basically
event.
there, and it took us it took us a long time to figure it out as well. We thought it was just like everyone can be here, check out the venue early, you know.
That's what happens when you're a rookie, right? So you get into places you don't. You're not supposed to be there.
Yeah, so
Oh my
then
God.
we realized
amazing.
that it was a staff meeting, and we just like waited for a good opportunity to leave the leave the scene, because they were talking
Without
about how
saying
after
anything.
this it's gonna be like a dinner for staff, and then they're gonna hand out the promos and stuff, and like, okay, no, we have to get out.
Damn, but it would be cool to stay and get that promo, right?
Oh yeah, it would be.
But the risk you would take would be.
I just felt so out of place. It would be nice to
I
get.
mean, somebody might like recognize the joke and see the funny side of it, and actually do that. But we're living in 2024, so I think people would be more pissed than
Yeah,
joke about it.
no, for sure. Like, it would be nice to get a free dinner and judge promos, right? but no, it just did not feel. I felt like I had to get out as soon as possible.
Yeah. Like the inner feel that you get, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be here. We need to move.
You need to dodge. Get out the dodge.
Nice. Oh, that's so funny. I never imagined that. And I don't think you've told me that, like, even like in person.
No, I don't
Oh,
think
that's
so.
crazy. Nice.
I don't think I told you, because it
It's
happened before we met, before you started coming to tournaments.
yeah. It was like way before. So, then okay, no, that's funny. Okay, thank you really for sharing that with us, and thank you for your time as well. I don't want to take too much of it because I already took like what 20, probably 30 minutes more. It was because we were talking backstage as well. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to follow Nino everywhere on the socials. I will put everything in the description. Nino, you're gonna make a GoFundMe for the Worlds as well, or
I don't know if I would. Like, if there's someone listening to this that wants to sponsor me in any way, I would love it. Sign me up.
just
But
just
no,
send a
just
DM to Nino, and that's it.
yeah.
I don't even need to take any percentage. Just give everything straight up to Nino, and he will what 10x the amount at the Worlds because he will win. So
yeah, absolutely. Reach out to me. But yeah, thank you very much for having me, Alex. It was fun.
Yeah, of course, always a pleasure. Maybe we catch up afterwards to see about the progress, how it was. Depends if the time will allow us. Yeah, if not, see you for a while, I guess, and have a nice one. And thanks everybody for watching as well. And have a nice one. Goodbye.
See you guys. Thank you.